On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd. A mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium with over 101,000 fans in place is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They're testing the right side here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Joseph finds his man. It's Brooks. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Reads it, fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Inside, it's Bishop. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking to fire. Floating away. Finds the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Vols will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Gives it on the option. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Neyland on third down. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
They knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Quickly to the tight end. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
You know, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
Hauls it in. Touchdown, Volunteers! A great catch and run for 6.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Throwing Joseph. Zings it complete to the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They go play action with Joseph. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Joseph. Release to the back. It's caught. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so well in their route running. Nice route, on the same page with this quarterback. They have a nice connection right there.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and continue.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again.
Western. Q. Return. Slash. Squid. Slug. Level. Go.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Joseph. Looking for an open area to his left. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Fires the pass. Intercepted. At the 40, there he goes. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Tennessee! Hauled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Joseph on the play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throwing Joseph. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. On on the draw. It's Bishop. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfect.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the ball's racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got him wide open. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Touchdown, Volunteers! Fit it in the window for the score. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be?
Booster! Move! Return! Flat!
Joseph. He's going for it all. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Looking for a deep man. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with Air Force taking on the Navy Midshipmen. And it's Air Force sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
And the returner will be knocked down.
And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead.
Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Right back to the well. There's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this back.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Smashes through the tackle. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
All you got to do is give this guy a little bit of space. That's all he needs. With his speed, he's in the second level just like that, breaking off an explosive run.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Throwing Joseph. Makes the catch and he's free. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Badgers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
I'll send the tight end in motion. They go play action with Joseph. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Bishop.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes a catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Bishop. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Stepping to the right. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Man, you kind of wondered, when were they going to cover this guy? He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job on the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Using his legs, it's Bishop. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown ball! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Joseph throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the 1st half. 2nd half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive.
There he goes. Inside the 30. Still on his feet. And after the huge run, it came at a perfect time for this runner. He's got to catch his breath as we head to the 4th. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Gets the back moving. Again, it's Joseph. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Here's a give to Hardy. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He makes a catch. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
They'll try to run it in with Hardy. There's some room. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Vols line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the... And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. You're not making a miss. You've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
Throwing Joseph. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Badgers headed quickly to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that.
Gashing the D on the right. Touchdown Badgers. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Here comes the 2-point try. From the gun. Pick off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, they decide to go onside kick, and how about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession?
The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? Joseph. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's got it at the 25. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that wide receiver screen. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Again, it's Joseph. On target. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The pass play they hoped would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. It looked for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Throwing Joseph. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The run inside. It's Hardy.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense has settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Right back to Hardy. Picks up the first down. Here's a little room there. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Joseph throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Line getting set on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got his man to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Upstairs, he's got it. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Joseph. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. The Badgers now use their third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing Joseph. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, he'll throw it. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock.
A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. The Badgers have it with a 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied in the red zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Joseph. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Badgers! He got it, feet down in bounds.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance that you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game. I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Trying to barrel in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Volunteers! Into the end zone for 6. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up. but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Tennessee 48, Wisconsin 33.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Throwing Joseph. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. One more play to pad the stats. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one, as they'll come up short in this game.